Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. My name is Timber Spirit, and this is Reality in the Raw. I decided to stand up. I've been doing presentations, but I decided to stand up to see if my energy would flow in a much more productive way, in a much more healthy way, as opposed to just sitting down in my futon and expressing myself in that way. And already as I'm standing up, I'm just being able to move and have my energy be able to express itself in rhythms and vibrational frequencies that have some type of pattern that spontaneously is just being created out of the nothingness of the beauty of the expression called Temple Spirit, aka the Book of the Love. It seems to be flowing in a much more fluid way. You know, that to be stagnant is to be contaminated. This is what happens with water. When water is not in the flow, that water gets contaminated. So we too, as water beings that are mostly water beings, we have to too begin to flow, to vibrate, to move, to do some jumping jacks, to get up, do some kicks, some dance, some twirls, some spins, some turnarounds, and that can happen consciously in terms of emotionally. It can happen through dance, through rhythm, through song, through talking, through speaking, through whatever, but it needs to happen. The flow of life needs to occur in order for you not to become stagnated and thus spiritually contaminated. So yes, my little experiment to stand up and not to just sit down in the same space is actually working. I love to follow my heart. I love to follow my mind. I love to follow my intuition, my instincts to tell me to move, either mentally, emotionally, physically, etc. To exercise my spirit is a great gift. And I'm here to tell you that to exercise your ability to love is an outstanding gift to you, because what happens is your spiritual muscles, your conscious muscles, your emotional muscles, your ability to give in greater capacities, it strengthens itself through your exercise, your exercising of your abilities and your gifts. If you've heard it, the statement before that says, if you don't use it, what happens, y'all? You lose it. So we got to use what we got. We got to express what we got. We got to give what we got. First, we also have to spend time with love, with goodness, with kindness, with God within us, the God around us, God through us, the God that we are, the God that the child of God, the child of love, the child of beauty, the child of infinite expressed kindness that we are. We have to spend time with it. This is what we do. Practice. We have to receive the love, and we have to accept that I am loved, I am beauty, I am adored, I am priceless, I am precious. And our practice, every time we do our spiritual practice, whether or not it be meditation, contemplation, a little self-service, a little dancing, a little singing, some devotional songs, some transformational techniques, whatever works for you, that's your way of saying I am loved. That's your way of being a child again. That's your way of reclaiming your innocence again. When you just accept it in that I am loved, I am adored, I am a priceless child. I am receiving love in order that I can be a great vessel and instrument of giving. Do we say yes to that? Yes. Okay. But anyway, my name is Timber Spirit. I am the Bull of the Blood. And when you see the acceleration, or a new word that I've recently come up with, acceleration. This is where we accelerate our celebration. Say that with me. Acceleration. Accelerate. Acceleration. That's why we accelerate the acceleration of life. And you know, when you've been through hell, and you learn how to extract heaven out of that. When you've learned how to, when you've gone through all the things that I've gone through and all the things that you've gone through, because I'm here to tell you that the world is traumatized right now. Everybody on the planet has experienced some degree of subtle or direct trauma. That's just the bottom line. So if you're going through all the trauma and hell that I've gone through, that you've gone through, when you get to the point of where you're able to now transform those situations, and heal from those situations, and grow from those situations, and spiritually expand from those situations, and when those situations that were crappy end up be able to transform to spiritual fertilizer, and then you're able to offer those very situations, those very things which are your detriments become your assets. those very things that you once shunned and that you thought you never could get through actually have given you greater capacity for compassion to be kind to people because you understand what they've gone through. When you get to that side of awareness, when you get to realize that and begin to understand that, what happens is, beloved brothers and sisters, you just want to do some jumping jacks and celebrate. Say, hey, man, I'm here. Wow, I made it through. I'm on the other side. I'm free. But at the same time, because you went through that hell, you understand how it feels to be on the other side. And what that does, that creates compassion within you that says, hey, as long as I'm on the other side, hey, I might as well keep another side. I might as well, like stand in between the two realities. Stand between reality and say, hey, I got a hand over here on this side. I'm always going to stay on this side. I'm not going back over there, but I got a hand over here too. And that hand is like the beginning of the bridge, and your heart is like the part of the bridge, and you allow people to begin walk back, walk through your life story, your journey to get to the other side. You begin to share of yourself. You begin to give of yourself in a way that says, hey, come on over here. Let's do it. I got my hand, and let's, not a hand out in the sense of, like a hand out the way society perceives it, but I'm talking about a hand out in love, a hand out in kindness. It says somebody's, falling on the ground. Somebody falling on the ground. You've fallen before. If you've ever fallen, you've ever been on the ground, you're not going to just step over somebody's fallen or somebody's on the ground. You're going to walk by and say, hey, here, you're going to offer your hand. If you've been somebody who was saved, if you're in the ocean of life, the ocean of love, and you ever experienced what it feels like to drown, or you ever experienced what it feels like to be drowning and then be saved, you're going to, if nothing else, offer that person, right? You're going to offer that person the life preserver, right? You're not going to, there's also stories, and there's stories where, people have, they try to save people, and people panic so much, they begin to pull them down, and then both people end up drowning. You don't want to go there, but you want to carry that life preserver with you at all times. That life preserver is compassion. That life preserver is your kindness. Because you don't know how you're going to touch somebody someday. You got to have that life preserver with you. You don't know when that person is going to be saying, hey, I need that life preserver. You got to keep it with you. The way you keep it with you keep your experiences up front. You don't dwell on the fact that you've gone through hell, but you know the experience of it in this present moment, and that enables you to be, even kinder now because you know how it feels. So you're connected. Now, once you know how it feels, then now you have a connectivity. Now you're truly universally conscious. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's so many concepts, and I want you to listen to this close. There's so many concepts that are really far and beyond people's comprehension. Even people that believe in those particular concepts. For example, enlightened. We all say that we want to be enlightened. We want to strive for enlightenment. There's a select group of beings on the planet who we acknowledge as being enlightened. So in actuality, every time we affirm that there's beings that are enlightened, that are other than us, or there's certain select few, or we're striving to be enlightened, every time we affirm that, we are unconsciously basically saying that we believe in a myth, an illusion, something that's not real. So those concepts can elude us, but I'm going to tell you something. Everybody on the planet has experienced some pain. So oftentimes, it's our pain, it's our tragedy, it's our suffering. And like I said, everybody on the planet has experienced a certain degree of trauma. Oftentimes, those situations are the situations that connect us even deeper than some of these really deep, profound spiritual concepts that many of us, intellectually and out of our egos, say that we may have attained, but then we find ourselves bumping our head and not really being in that consistent state of consciousness. But it's all about being connected. It's all about the realization of oneness. So if whatever situation, whatever circumstance, whatever thought enables you to feel connected to people, to humanity, to life, to animals, whatever situation that is, actually brings you closer to those concepts of oneness, enlightenment, liberation, and freedom. Because true freedom is to be connected to everything good. True freedom is to be connected to everything loving. And oftentimes we can take those painful situations, we can take pain to connect us to compassion. We can take the tragedy and the trial to connect us to the overcoming. So we can use it, like alchemists, we can use each situation, each crappy situation as spiritual fertilizer. We don't have to keep smelling the crap of the situation. Oh, it smells so bad. No. We live in a day and time where everything can be composted. Everything can be recycled. Everything has an organic property to it and can be used. This is the great day and time that we're in terms of organic this and compost this and recycle this. You know, what we're actually saying is that everything has a purpose and everything has a use. But oftentimes we look at everything outside of us in that way. We compost the food. We recycle the plastics and the paper. But when it comes to our own lives, we don't apply that. And this is to begin to think with the organic mind. When we begin to think with the organic mind, we begin to realize that every situation that comes on in our life that isn't so agreeable has the ability to be composted, has the ability to be recycled, has the ability to be transformed, transmuted, and something beautiful can come out of that. My very life proves that. I am, according to society statistics, convict. I'm a felon. Criminal. This is the story society told me. I tell people I was shot when I was 15 years old, so I got a bullet in my chest to this day. Gang member. But guess what, y'all? I'm Timber Spirit, aka the bullet of love now. You know why? Because that same bullet that almost killed me, and that same hurting child that shot me in the chest to get revenge from a situation that I was a part of, but I wasn't really a part of. I didn't try to kill nobody, but he tried to kill me. But he didn't kill me, he gave me life. He gave me the ability to forgive. That bullet that almost killed me and that hurting child that shot me actually gave me the ability to forgive, taught me forgiveness. 15 years old. We see the guy in my neighborhood, he's right there, we can get him, there's Ed, we can get him, we have him. Something moved through me so powerful, and awareness hit me, and I was nervous, I just got out the hospital. Mind you, this guy, this kid, this hurting child, just tried to murder me, close range, point blank, bow, shot. Bullet still in my chest. Something moved in me and said, you can stop the war, you can stop this vicious cycle just to tell him you forgive him. So I walked up to him and I said, man, listen, I forgive you, man, get out the neighborhood, they're going to kill you. So in the process of forgiving him, I also saved his life. I was afraid that fear could have taken me to kill him, because most people kill out of fear. Most people kill and murder out of fear. I killed him, I chose love. And in that, I was a light worker even then as a criminal. As a little gangbanger, a little gangster, a little juvenile delinquent. I was a light worker. Love moved through me. I was aware of some love that was coming up out of me that said, forgive him. So that same bullet that almost forgave me became the bullet of love. Taught me to forgive. So you got a situation in your life. To reflect on. Life is a scripture. Everything in your life has happened. It's just sacred as a scripture, and you reflect on it. You realize that the consciousness has emanated out of you, because consciousness is giving you this journey that has taught you, that has grown you, that has moved you and brought you up into this present moment, time, space, reality. And being brought in this present moment, time, space, reality means that everything that happened exactly how it was supposed to happen to get you into this present moment. If anything had happened any differently, then you wouldn't be here, right now with me. I wouldn't be here, right now with you. And then just to begin to say that is to begin to heal.